Our top lead this hour. It's the five-star treatment that Ram Rahim enjoys in prison with the blessings of the Haryana government. His parole party simply doesn't seem to end. Less than 6 months after he walked out of Haryana's Sunaria jail and celebrated by cutting cakes with his sword, let's put those visuals out, he's out again. Getting parole is a cakewalk for this self-styled godman who is convicted of raping 2 of his followers. He is to spend 20 years in jail, but the Haryana government is going out of its way to ensure that his sentence is very comfortable. So this is the 5th parole for the rapist in the last 19 months. This one is for 30 days. With that, he would have spent about 163 days out of jail since 2020. Last year, Ram Rahim had walked out thrice, once during the Haryana Panchayat polls and the other during the Punjab polls. Sure enough, his online satsangs drew netas to seek his blessings. No amount of public outrage could deter them. The BJP government in Haryana has defended its move to give parole to a man who, amongst other things, is convicted for murder. They say that parole is a prisoner's right. Listen in.
कोई भी व्यक्ति सलाखों के पीछे होता है तो उसको जेल मैनुअल के हिसाब से परमिशन निरंतर मिलती है। ये चीज़ तो कांग्रेसी जब चौटाला साहब को, डॉक्टर अजय सिंह चौटाला जी को भी पैरोल मिलती थी, कहते थे नहीं कहते? क्या किसी आदमी के संवैधानिक अधिकारों का हनन किया जा सकता? अगर कोई आउट ऑफ लॉ परमिशन दी जाए तो जरूर सरकार उसको देखेगी।
उनकी पैरोल जो है वो कमिश्नर देता है, कमिश्नर से बाद डीसी के पास आते हैं, वहाँ फिर उन्हें अपने पैरोल के बॉन्ड देने पड़ते हैं। वो फिर डीसी के ऑर्डर की कॉपी हमारे जेल में आती है। जब हमारे पास आ जाती है तो हमें तो कोर्ट का आदेश मानना पड़ेगा, हमें तो छुट्टी मिलेगी, चाहे वो पैरोल मांगे या बेल मांगे। वो एक इनके मामले में नहीं है। हमारी जेलों में 23,000 कैदी हैं, जिसका भी स्थिति था तो हमें तो उस प्रक्रिया से अमल करना पड़ता है।
A quick chat with my guest this evening. Ramnik Mann is a political analyst, will be speaking on behalf of the BJP. Tehseen Poonawalla is a political analyst as well, joining us on the broadcast. Abha Singh is a lawyer and activist as well. Ramnik Mann, what explains Mr. Ram Rahim getting parole every 5 months in Haryana? Please don't tell me that it is the jail superintendent and the district commissioner of Rohtak who is giving Mr. Ram Rahim this parole. We know that parole cannot be given without the sanction of the state government. It has to be in consultation with the state government.
How do you know, Shreya? How do you know?
What do you mean, how do you know? That's this is the rule.
No,
Arey Ramnik ji, this is the rule.
No.
Jail manual पढ़ के आई हूँ मैं.
No.
How do you know? माने क्या? What do you know?
Jail manual, suno. As per the jail manual, a prisoner applies for a parole. That goes to the jail superintendent. He sends it to the district administration and his home district to verify whether there is a law and order situation that can arise due to his coming out on parole or not. Number 2. If they are satisfied that there is going to be no law and order situation, in which case he is not allowed to hold, number 1, any public gathering or a meeting in Haryana or any other event, social event in Haryana, and therefore he is going to UP. So there is no question of a law and order situation arising in Haryana because of his parole. Number 2, what is important also is that he is entitled, or any other prisoner, 26,000 prisoners in Haryana are entitled to 4 leaves in a year, which is 2 furloughs and 2 paroles. So if he is getting a parole or a furlough beyond these 2 parole and furloughs, or outside the Haryana Temporary Release Act 2022, please refer to what section is being violated. Yeah.
Acha. No, Ramnik, so here's the point. I had said that the parole is coming with the blessings of the state government. And you asked me, आपको कैसे पता? मुझे ऐसे पता है क्योंकि, you know, the district commissioner has to take permission from the state governor.
No, Shreya, that's your allegation.
No, that's not my allegation. That's what rules say.
No, that's your allegation. The blessing you say.
That is what rules say.
No, it is as per the constitutional rights of a prisoner.
He has to have the sanction of the state government. Arey, that is not what I'm talking about.
Then what are you talking about? You're trying to give it a political color. कभी आप बोलेंगे कि जी election होता है तो दे देते हैं. पंजाब में election होगा तो
obviously I'll give it a political color because every time he's out on parole, you have BJP ministers line up to take darshan. Also, you're telling me he can't create a law and order issue. Ramnik ji, एक minute. आप कह रहे हैं he cannot create a law and order issue. The Punjab government officially has gone to court and said, don't give him parole. He is actually a threat to law and order in our state. तो हरियाणा कुछ बोलेगा लेकिन पंजाब में तो है ना वो problem.
Let the coach take cognizance of it and denies parole. Where is the problem?
Tehseen, see, that is an argument that will come कि भाई every prisoner is entitled to parole every 6 months. वही तो मिल रहा है. Why are you saying he's getting 5-star treatment?
Fantastic argument, except how many prisoners, Shreya, that you know of, or Mr. Manik out here can show us, who've got parole or furlough and are cutting their birthday cakes with a sword? How many do you know? Number one. Number two, how many prisoners in the prisons in Haryana get all 4 of the parole and the furlough that has been given? The answer to that question, you'll be surprised to know, is as much as this government's knowledge of the economy, zero. There are exceptions made for this man. Now, furlough and parole, he gets for an entire month, and he gets it conveniently, either when there's elections or there is his birthday. How many other prisoners do you know who at their birthday get these paroles, furlough, 4 times in a year? None. So yes, the act is there of 2022, but this act is specially created to enable people who are politically close to the BJP get furlough paroles. And why the BJP should be evoked is today, on a terrible day when India suffered and the Honorable Prime Minister addressed us as a country on women violence courtesy Manipur. The BJP government not only allows Ram Rahim to go, the BJP government in Delhi, the Delhi police comes under the BJP union government, does not oppose the bail for Bhushan Sharan Singh. So people who are accused of rape or who have been convicted of rape are out on parole or on bail, even as the Prime Minister says, we should do Beti Bachao, Beti Badhao. That is the problem.
Nick?
Yeah, I mean, how many people, okay, you tell me, Tehseen, how many people have been denied bail or furlough or parole? How many people have been denied? Do you have the numbers with you?
Yeah, okay, let me explain to you how this works. Maniji, let me explain. I'll explain to you how this works.
Maniji, I have heard you so many times, Tehseen. You don't have the number, yes or no? Do you have the number, yes or no? Tehseen, you have the number, yes or no?
I'll give you the number, 1 second.
You have the number, yes or no? Throw the number at me.
Let me,
no, I don't want you to beat around the bush. You have the number, yes or no?
I can do you can do Man Ki Baat or I can do Kam Ki Baat. So if you finish talking, I'll answer.
I'm trying to understand. I am just talking on the point of law.
You are.
Can you deny that there is a provision in law or not? Number one. Number two, forget the
That's
act.
Not the debate.
Jail manual hai.
You can take the debate to another point. Now allow me to answer.
Do you
know the jail manual? If you keep quiet, I'll give you the answer.
I am only replying to you, then again reply to me, then this is going to go back and forth.
You're not replying, you're heckling me when I was answering your question.
Manipur mein kya hua, Haryana mein, you think it's a one-day process? The Prime Minister spoke today, he applied for parole today morning, it happened today. But it's a process. He applied for a parole, due process of law has not been followed.
Can I please make my point?
If you are a lawyer, Tehseen, if you are a lawyer, you must go to the court, challenge it, get it cancelled, boss. Who's stopping you from doing that, bro?
Be allowed to make my point? Yeah. I would just be allowed to make my point if he's interested.
Okay. Now let Tehseen speak.
Let me again repeat, because you only want to hear what you hear. Of course, this is a part of the law. Shreya saying it and I'm saying it. And this act of 2022 was brought in to help politically. Again, you're interrupting. Either you don't have confidence in your argument, either you don't have confidence or you don't want the viewers to hear. The choice is yours. So then please allow me to speak and behave yourself.
Where is the law being violated? Violation of law.
I've given you a chance to speak. Now let him make his point and then you can respond. We'll get Abha ji in as well. Acha, theek hai, to let him at least beat around the bush for a minute, na? Then we can come to you and you can beat around the bush. Give me a minute.
One, this act of 2022 was particularly brought in to help people like Ram Rahim get furlough or parole the way they want it so they can get it 4 times a year. The question is not whether it is within the law. The question is whether this law of furlough or parole applies equally to all the prisoners. And the answer to that, of all the prisoners in Haryana, no other except Ram Rahim has got these many furloughs and paroles. Point number 2, can you, Shreya, show me another prisoner who's got a parole this way and is cutting a birthday cake in a public gathering with a sword? Point number 3, and this is the important part. The fact of the matter here is, when the matter goes to the district administration for law and order, it goes to the state government, who then decides whether the law and order problem is there. If the law and order problem did not exist, why is this man not in Haryana? How many other prisoners have to go to another state? The fact is, he's going to Uttar Pradesh conveniently on his birthday for an entire month. Now, show me another case where this has happened with somebody else 4 times. He's out during elections, he's out during his birthday, and is this the rule? It is not he gets parole as an exception. It is he goes to jail as an exception. Parole is his right. Furlough is his right. And he goes to jail as an exception. And he's in jail for murder and rape.
Abha Singh ji, just come in here. The argument that comes from the BJP government every time it grants parole in Haryana to Ram Rahim is, it's a prisoner's right. It's a prisoner's right. I'm not sure many other prisoners enjoy that right. But what do you make of Ram Rahim getting parole every 6 months very easily, very conveniently?
You're very right, Shreya. In the last 14 months, he's got 4 times parole. So that they are saying 12 months too. I'm absolutely sure that many prisoners would not have got it even once. So I would request the spokesperson that can you show us the register? If you should show us a register, you should give us the information that you have given parole twice a year to every prisoner. Why should we have the figures? It is you who should tell us that you are very transparent. In fact, when Sanjay Dutt was given parole again and again, Bombay High Court came out with an order, Nagpur bench, and it said a register needs to be maintained at the jail that whenever anybody gets a parole, it is written down. So do they have a register and they can show that every person in the jail in Haryana has got parole twice and furlough twice? But one thing is also more important, that why is it given when it's an election year, when there are political events happening? So definitely it is the government which wants to please, and very rightly you said that the moment he comes out, there's a beeline of all the politicians because he holds the vote bank. So I think it's making a mockery of democracy that a rapist, a person who's got punishment of 20 years. Of course, the law also needs to be changed now, because the law says, the prison and furlough rules say that parole can be given unlimited times. So there are states like Maharashtra, it says it should be given once a year. But there'll be states like Haryana which say twice, some states will say 4 times. So I think it is required that MHA looks into it and curtails it to once a year. Because they are there for a punishment, not to come out and party, throw a birthday party. So it's a mockery of the criminal justice system.
Ramnik, I'll give you 20 seconds on the show. Because I don't have too much time, I have to go to Manipur as well. But fact is that in politics, perception, if not everything, is something. Is something. What is the message you are sending out? What is the Haryana government trying to tell all women in the state?
You know, Haryana government. See, I am not the spokesperson for the BJP. Abhaji, you're taking me wrong. Number 1.
Murderer hai, koi baat nahi. Let him walk out.
What? I said, I am not the spokesperson for the BJP Haryana. I am telling you the point of law. The law permits the prisoners, they have rights. Agar he's active. You know, I will say this very, very confidently, Tehseen. When you say he's an exception, I will tell you he's not the only exception. There are other prisoners who must be getting this parole and furloughs. If you are in doubt, you should apply for one. Where is the problem?
Can you give us
Why
the names?
Put the onus upon me.
Okay, let me answer that in 1 second. I'll answer that in 1 second.
The only thing is,
No, we will ask under RTI. Don't worry, we will ask under RTI. We can ask under RTI.
He's not permitted. Abhaji, please hear me out. His parole is with restrictions and conditions. He cannot hold public gatherings or meetings in the state of Haryana. He has restrictions on him. And the moment you say, you know, spokesperson for BJP, I am not BJP spokesperson.
Yeah. Let me just put this on record. No other prisoner in his jail has got 4 in the last 14 months. No one else. Now, we'll do the show, but nobody else.
Conviction?
Now what money, sir? If you keep interrupting me, I'll tell you. But if you keep interrupting, because I've come to Shreya show prepared. So if you keep interrupting me, I cannot talk. Are you scared that I'm exposing you, so you're interrupting me? So hear me out. You can at least allow me to speak, and then you can counter me. That's a civilized thing to do. So if you allow me to counter you, and then you counter me, it's a civilized way. This is not the republic of nonsense. This is Mirror Now. So let's be on Mirror Now. Thank you. So let's be. So just 2 quick points. When you ask me to prove something,
I can't hear you.
It's for example, you saying that you.
I can't hear you.
Of course, now you will not be able to hear me.
I can't hear you.
Sure, I am sure.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. You quickly make your point.
The fact is, no other prisoner in that jail has got two furloughs and 2 paroles within 14 months. The record should be made transparent. If you are defending the jail authorities and the law, the onus is upon you to bring the record, not upon us. However, as Abha Singh ji said, we will file an RTI and prove this to you. The fact that you didn't bring the record is because you say, I don't think so. And I am telling you confidently, 0 have got it. Except for Ramnik. The exception in the law was made in 2022 only to help him.
The record should be made available. Each time he gets a furlough or a parole, somebody like you sits on the television.
That's how democracies work.
So it's on
Sir,
record.
Basic 101. That's how law and democracy works.
Where is the violation of law? Where is he getting a special treatment?
The law was made this way so he can escape it, sir.
You're not able to tell this, so you're making a point
okay,
out of the blue.
again, let me explain to you slowly Let me explain to you slowly. This act was amended in 2022 to help people like him.
Tehseen, you said you'll get the record before us. So when you get the record, we'll speak. जब आप record लेके आओगे, बात कर लेंगे. अभी you are lying out of your teeth. That's what I'm saying.
We'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Welcome
No.
Only he can cut his birthday cakes with a sword. Next you will say even he's cutting his birthday cake with a sword was wrong. Can you have a birthday party when you're out on a parole and follow and cut your birthday cake?
I don't dictate that, na Tehseen. What cake you cut on your birthday, I can't dictate, Tehseen. How you cut your cake?
Also, Ramnik.
Hey, you cut your cake, which flavor it is? How many pounder it is? How do I... You think I am responsible for him cutting a cake?
Give me a minute. Ramnik, you also said at the beginning, one of the points that you made in your argument was that he is not a threat to law and order. The Haryana government doesn't think he is a threat to law and order. But the fact is that the Punjab government thinks he is a threat to law and order. They've said as much as in court. लेकिन फिर भी आपने उनको टाटा बाय बाय उनकी विदाई कर दी from the jail.
Shreya, there is a proper procedure. If the procedure has not been followed, why is he not in Haryana? Approach the court of law. Why don't Tehseen? Chalo, okay, let's go together to the court. Where is the violation in law?
Your idea is you bring in a law to help criminals, and then you say which law has been violated. That is precisely what this debate is about. Wake up and smell the coffee. Shreya is having this debate because you brought in a law to violate the law.
This is your accusation.
No, the act came in 2022. Under this act, this man is getting exceptions and no one else is.
Like you said, Suno Tehseen, like you said, this is not the Republic of Banana. So this is time mirror now, fair enough. Go to the court.
Republic of nonsense.
You wish to go to the jail manuals, refer to the jail manuals.
चलो ठीक है, हो गया.
You wish to get the record out, get the record. You can
No, don't worry. The Punjab government is already in court.
Where is the violation in law?
Ramnik, we don't have to go to court. I'll tell you why.
कानून कहाँ टूटा है?
अरे भाई, अरे सुन तो लो. I'm saying that you and I and Abha and Tehseen don't have to go to court because the Punjab government is already in court, challenging his furloughs, frequent furloughs. So we'll see what the court says. Okay. Let's.
Only one last word is parole is not claimed as a matter of right. Parole is not a right, which everybody is missing. Parole is not a right. It is only, it's not a right. So that you cannot say, even if you say 2 times, it is not a matter of right. So it can be denied. Why it is not being denied is my question. Why you have not denied his parole? Is he some god? Which
it is not being denied.
He should get
it. No, he is not a god.
I have mentioned his parole in person. What I am saying is, it is his legal right. If there is a law
being violated, it is not a matter of right. That is my question.
If you feel,
why
listen
is
to
he
me,
getting
Abha
it again and again? Even if there is a rule to give twice.
If you feel there is a violation of law, number 1, or you think he's getting a privilege, approach the court. Like Shreya said,
now next time,
violation of law, it's not a right.
I'm going to talk about Manipur now. No.
Abhaji, let's wait for the court orders.
रुक जाइए. Ramnik, now I'm going to talk about Manipur. You're going to tell me go to court. ये कौन सी बात हुई भाई? Anyhow, Ramnik, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. I think you've made your point.
Wait for the orders to come. You said the Punjab government is in the court. How did I know they were in the court?
ठीक है. And till then, Haryana can do what it wants to. Till then, Haryana can keep giving 5-star treatment to a serial rapist and to a serial murderer as well. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much. बस बहुत बढ़िया. Okay then. Okay, good night guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Abhaji, Ramnik, thank you very much. Tehseen, good to have you on the show. Thanks. Okay.